No matter what your goal is, if you want to be successful, you have to be motivated. For example, if you want to lose weight, you have to be motivated enough to stick to your workout, to stick to your diet. If you want a promotion, you have to be motivated enough to work hard. But the problem is, when you have long-term goals and you don't see immediate results, then your motivation, it starts to dwindle. What if I told you that there is this psychological hack which is scientifically proved and which has been consistently helping people remain motivated and remain focused towards their goal? So let's see that hack in this video. Let's begin. Hi guys, my name is Akansha and welcome to my channel. As you saw from the trailer, I talk about mindset, motivation and manifestation. Today we're going to be talking about motivation, specifically how to remain motivated no matter what. So let us begin by explaining the experiment. So a group of school kids were gathered and they were given 3 levels of puzzles: intermediate, easy and hard. Now, no matter how badly or how well they performed in these tasks, they were told that they all performed really good and they were given the A+ grade. Now, this group was divided into 2 parts. One group was told that they were performing really well because they were gifted or because they were lucky. The other group was told that they are performing really well because they are hardworking. Now, this is where the results became kind of interesting, because the group that was told that they were lucky, their results became stagnant. They used to only focus on the easy puzzles. They would, try the intermediate ones and they would give up easily if they were not able to get that solution, and they won't even try the hard ones. On the other hand, the group that was told that they are hardworking, they tried to do all the levels of the puzzles, and no matter how much time it took them, they solved all the puzzles and they got really, really good at it. So they performed well. Now, what is the psychology behind this? Now, the group that believed that they were lucky understood that luck is something that cannot originate from yourself. It comes from an external source. Whether they believe that luck was given by God or the universe or whatever, that does not matter. They thought that it was out of their control, and that is why they used to give up easily. But the group that thought that they are hardworking, hard work is something which originates from the self. It is something that they devise. So they knew that they can control this characteristic which leads to success. So therefore they were able to get better results. This is known as internal locus of control, which actually means that one focuses on all the characteristics or all the factors which one can control. Now, let me give you another example why this thing is so important. See, in life, whether you want to achieve anything, there will never be a perfect situation. Everything will never be suitable. Everything will never be according to your preferences. Life will throw you so many curveballs. For example, you want to lose weight. This happened in 2020 and everything was going really well, and the first few weeks of January were going really well, and then suddenly all the gyms closed. What do? Now, if you have an external locus of thinking kind of an attitude, you would think, oh, so the gyms are closed, now it is out of my hand, I have no other option but to give up. But if you have an internal locus of thinking kind of an attitude, you would be like, okay, so the gyms are closed, what are the factors that I can control? I can control my diet. Maybe I can have some kind of a home workout, and you would focus on that and you would remain consistent. And consistency is the actual key to success, because small tasks lead up to the big task and actually give you success. Now let us go back to the experiment. I hope that these children were told that this was a scientific experiment and the purpose was this particular internal control of locus. Otherwise, the group that believed that they were lucky would remain stagnant throughout their life, because they would truly believe that, okay, whatever success they have gotten is because they were lucky. So throughout their life, they would just live passively waiting for success to come to them because they are indeed lucky. The other group, because they were told in a scientific experiment that they are hardworking, would truly believe it. So whenever they are faced with a challenge, they would think back to the times where their hard work resulted in correct outcomes, good outcomes. They would think, okay, I was able to solve those puzzles when I was a child, I was able to get success, and that is why whenever the new challenges keep coming, they would just keep at it with hard work, with consistency, and they would break all challenges. Now, how do you identify whether you have an internal locus of thinking or an external locus of thinking? It's actually quite simple. I would like you to think of a day where you performed really badly, like professionally you performed absolutely horribly. Have you thought of that day? Now, just be honest with yourself and reflect, introspect, ask yourself what was the cause of the bad performance. Now, if you start blaming external things like, okay, the client's attitude was not good, he did not want to buy, the weather was not good, or something like that, it means that you have a tendency to think that everything in your life originates from an external source. You have no control over your external environment. So this means that you have an external locus of thinking. Similarly, if you start understanding, okay, I did not perform that well, maybe I was tired, maybe my attitude was not good, you are finding out points in which you have total control. So which means that you have an internal locus of thinking control kind of an attitude. So here I would like to point out that it is the same perspective, it is the same situation, but it is being looked at by two different perspectives. So there is actually no right attitude. So an external thinking attitude can be shifted to an internal locus of control. So how do you shift your attitude? How do you develop this internal locus of control if it is so beneficial in making you consistent? It's very easy. You begin with small tasks. Now, I want you to identify certain areas of your life in which you can make short-term goals and achieve these goals in a small amount of time. For example, let us say that you want to sleep early. So I want you to do your own research. I'm giving you the example of sleeping early. Think of areas in your life which you want to improve. So taking the example of sleeping early, do a little research. So if you cut out blue light, if you cut out stimulation, which means that you don't keep any electronics near your bed, you don't watch any TV, you don't watch any Netflix before you go to bed, if you have a warm glass of milk, if you get more sunlight in the morning, if you exercise early morning, then you get tired progressively and by night you feel sleepy. Now, if you do this for a week and even if you start sleeping early, if your bedtime shifts to even 15 minutes before the usual time, your brain starts recognizing it as a victory. And whenever you are faced with a future challenge, your brain will remind you. You don't have to do it. It's just regular. It's just automatic that your brain will remind you of your past successes. So take these small tasks, remember these small tasks, and slowly and steadily you too would develop this internal locus of control. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just to summarize, internal locus of control is that attitude where an individual just focuses on the things that they can control, and this leads them to becoming focused and remaining consistent on their path. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do subscribe to my channel if you like this content, and I feel very awkward at the end of this thing, so just bye.